in a gaming mood. Can you set the mood here in the basement office?
I don't know how to set basement office without setting.
Screw that.
We all use voice assistants, but let's be honest, they've kind of plateaued. They're great for setting a timer or turning off a specific light, but they just aren't good enough to actually help us manage our homes. It's because they lack context and they aren't proactive. But this week, I experienced a massive shift. I connected ChatGPT 5 directly into my smart home and I stopped talking to my house and started texting it. Sure, set it to 30% brightness. Give me a 1-minute timer before you turn it off. If it does this, are we gonna feel like the world is over? I don't know. 10:23. Let's see. Oh my gosh. I cannot believe it did. Oh my gosh. Help me. The world is so different. I can't believe that I just did that. Now, it didn't just execute a command. It asked follow-up questions. It understood that a candle warmer has brightness levels and could use a timer. To get this level of intelligence, I didn't have to build a complex server. I just used this, the new SwitchBot AI Hub. Let's get it. Now, if you're thinking texting my house is slower than just flipping a damn light switch, you're right. But I didn't replace my voice assistant to type out paragraphs. You can just use voice memos.
I want you to make it smell nice in here with the candle warmer too.
WhatsApp transcribes it instantly, and ChatGPT handles the intent. It's the same physical action as using a walkie-talkie, but the brain on the other end actually understands context. So how is this working under the hood? I am running this entirely on the new SwitchBot AI Hub. It runs the open source platform OpenClaw natively. Setup was a number of clicks and a number of copy and paste, and that's because SwitchBot built the setup and the use of this system directly into their app. They also gave you this simple interface for clicking through and inputting the information you need. Now, all you really need is an OpenAI API key, and then you're ripping it up in the OpenClaw console. But I wanted to take this bot with me, so I linked it to WhatsApp via a QR code. You can use things like Telegram or Discord and even iMessage on your phone. Then I had what amounts to a 1-second conversation with ChatGPT inside of the OpenClaw interface, and I got it to install the SwitchBot skill. This instantly gave me access to my entire SwitchBot application, and after again copying and pasting a few things, all of which was available on SwitchBot's help files, I was able to control my smart home gear from SwitchBot inside of OpenClaw and WhatsApp. It didn't stop there, and I actually have control of most of my smart home. Okay, it took me a bit of work here. I actually updated my model in this chat just to get things started. I feel like once I've got some things saved into memory, I won't need this. But for now, I switched to Gemini Pro. We're gonna run all the routines through that. Figured everything out. Basically, found it all. And then I said, hey, stop the music because it was running. I said, set the lights to dimmed. Yeah, and turn on that candle warmer to make it smell nice, which he did. Yeah, and then I said, okay, yeah, let's have some music. And you see, contextual. Gotta love it. Now, for the smarty pants DIY crowd wondering about the architecture here, OpenClaw isn't just a dumb chat bot. Because it's running on the hub, it uses that SwitchBot skill to actively pull the live entity states of your devices. It knows if a light's already on or what the current temperature is, and when you send a request, the LLM reasons through the logic, and then OpenClaw executes the device control. It's a massive leap forward in smart home architecture. It's cold outside and I have some groceries to get in the house. So I wanted to set up something where I could just kind of like run in. So I spoke to my bot and I set up a code to unlock all 3 SwitchBot door locks that I have. Now I'm only going to go through 2 for this demo, but let's send the command. Unlock all door locks, code 1234. Now, here's the really interesting thing. You see that? I actually just sent a voice message. So it's going to interpret that and then it's going to do it. Let's see. Sent to all 3 locks. There it goes. It just did it. Okay. It did that one. And did it do the other one? Do I just literally walk through? I think it's going to happen. Oh my, it just happened. I think I'll just set up the same thing, heading the other way. Like when I'm leaving, make sure all the doors are locked, make sure all the lights are off, deal with it. Whenever I say that I have left the home, can you make sure that all of the lights are turned off inside of the SwitchBot skill and also make sure all the door locks are locked? I won't set anything to run automatically, but when you tell me, see, this is my choice. Now, they'll do all this, okay. 2 quick confirmations. Is left home the exact phrase? For locking, do you want no code? I've got choices here. So here's what I said. When I say I've left home, can you prioritize getting the locks closed? Basically do a confirmation. So send the lock commands to all 3 locks immediately. Then after 1 minute, check their status and relock any that aren't locked, retrying up to 2 times. I love this. Right? I'll stay quiet unless a lock is still unlocked after retries or you ask for status. It's incredible. This is frontier stuff again. We're back on the forefront as smart home people. It is so exciting. Running the lock status checks and I'll report back and all door locks are confirmed locked. Tell me you don't want that kind of a report back from your smart home. To run a local agent like this 24/7, you usually need a dedicated computer, but SwitchBot essentially built a 6-in-1 server to act as the engine for this setup, and much more. I'm gonna show you exactly how much this ChatGPT brain costs to run in just a second, but you have to understand the hardware it's sitting on first. It has an Ethernet option through its 2 USB-C ports for 0 latency, or you can just use Wi-Fi like I did. It acts as a Matter bridge, so it can push your SwitchBot gear into Apple Home or Google or really any other Matter ready app. And yes, this is a full SwitchBot hub. In fact, it's the most powerful ever. It has an SD card slot for local storage of SwitchBot camera clips. And it can use SwitchBot's 2K and 3K pan and tilt cameras to run free, lightning fast local automations based on basic detections. I've never seen a system that can detect electronics or food or furniture or daily objects. It's seriously powerful. It runs a native instance of Frigate, allowing you to pull in your own RTSP security cameras into that web interface, which can be accessed from any computer or phone in your home. This alone provides you an incredible interface to view, manage, and truly understand all of the things happening around your home. And it has Home Assistant built right in. And I want to show you exactly how powerful that Frigate integration is. 3 minutes ago, I was outside, I was just cleaning off the walks. People coming up to the house became occupied, then just send a notification. So I just want it to run just to make sure this works for you guys, okay? And you can see, so here it is. And you know, it was triggered multiple times because I was out there back and forth a little bit. And we can see that right here. Here's one of the events. That's why we're running 4 minutes ago. And you can see a confidence level. Yeah, we think this is a person, 97%, because it's cold out. So I think actually Frigate is really powerful connected to Home Assistant. This is really helping out automations with cameras. But we need a reality check on the hardware here. The Home Assistant instance you just saw me use is my main hub, not the one built into this hub. The Home Assistant version on this hub is containerized. That means it's lightning fast, but it doesn't have things like the add-on store, and you can't plug in a Zigbee USB stick or set up those Frigate connections quite as easily. Also, while the Frigate integration is awesome for local recording, you cannot feed those camera streams into OpenClaw today. If I had to bet, the problem here is that Frigate doesn't have an integration or skill for OpenClaw. I bet that happens someday soon, but don't go expecting this and then buying the hub. The SwitchBot AI hub has a massive secret that makes it even more powerful, and this was the original exciting feature. In fact, I've spoken about this feature multiple times because I saw it in action at CES, and basically you can automate based off of anything. I tried things like a person wearing a green t-shirt, a person holding a tool, a person wearing a green t-shirt and holding a tool, and the automations worked almost every time. Now, unfortunately, this feature requires SwitchBot's AI Plus subscription, and that's $20 a month. It's an incredibly powerful feature, but the automations, they take around 30 seconds to run, and it's just a lot of money on top of the $260 price tag, which is exactly why I'm skipping that subscription feature for now. Because why would I pay $20 a month for camera automations when I can give my entire house a ChatGPT brain for pennies? So I'm using the Frigate connection to Home Assistant, the AI hub detections with my cameras, and this hub as the ultimate host for my OpenClaw agent. But we need to talk about the cost of this intelligence, because I have been tracking my OpenAI API usage heavily. So I set up a new OpenAI account and I just tracked very few things. Now, I've got it down to a single command and how much that one cost me. It was 63 cents cost. You can see I've spent this many tokens, so that's kind of how these numbers line up. But over here, I had done a single extra command. Now I can see just about every time it cost me about 140,000 tokens. And this is translating to about 14 cents per command that I give. And when you make more complex commands, they kind of combine the tokens together, the input tokens. Here's why I'm not worried about that. This is the absolute most expensive this will ever be. The SwitchBot skill can be installed on other instances of OpenClaw, running less expensive models. In fact, I have my own dedicated OpenClaw environment, and executions of this same skill on that cost less than half a penny per conversation. So while running GPT-5 on the AI hub today might cost you a few dimes, the possibilities are unlimited and it's only going to get cheaper. Now, traditional voice assistants make you do the work. You have to remember the exact name of the light and the exact percentage you want. And ChatGPT understands your intent. It knows what devices make sense for reading a book, and it just handles it for you. And if that wasn't enough, what really blew my mind isn't just the context. This brain isn't locked into just the SwitchBot ecosystem. Activate the bright scene in the basement office. Ready? So what's so neat about that is how much happened automatically. I just said, hey, I can't do the things that you think I need to do. You figure it out. And it went out, it figured it all out for me, installed it. Now I have control of my lights through the same system that I have control of SwitchBot. And I'm gonna be able to do this multiple times. On top of that, this isn't just, hey, control the lights whenever I want to control the lights and then it costs me money. It's, now I want to use this in a smarter way. Now let's start to teach it and let it learn how we want our home to behave for us. So this is going to get wild and fast. If you look at the hardware alone, Ethernet, Matter, local NVR storage, Home Assistant, local camera automations, and the ability to spin up an OpenClaw agent that turns your smart home into a truly unified conversational assistant, this is an incredibly powerful piece of tech. It's the first time my smart home actually felt smart enough to help me instead of me giving out orders. There is one massive feature I didn't really show you today. With that paid AI Plus subscription, you can literally type anything into a text box, any insane, highly specific scenario, and the cloud AI will analyze your camera feed and execute an automation based on it. It does take about 30 seconds to run, but it's absolutely incredible. Now, I put that feature in action along with the complete step-by-step setup guide for this hub in that video right there. I'll see you over there. Otherwise, thanks for watching today, and of course, live smart.